Just look at this car, how cool it is. Now, I lost the perception of time, but I think I own this car for 16 years now. It was my wedding car, and I only use it a handful of times. I've done a lot of work on the car. There were big plans for the car because it's supposed to compete in time attack championship, open class. But yeah, and then life had different plans. So, you can't resist that. You can plan whatever you want, but then, life happens. That being said, I really, really like the car. But I can't use it. I haven't used it for years. I didn't have the time for it. I just didn't, and it's a shame. The problem is I get attached to this stuff. I love doing what I do. And when I build stuff like this, I never want to get rid of it. And all the stuff I've built, special stuff, I never wanted to sell it. I had to sell it. This is one of those things that I kept for many, many years. Well, 16 really. But sadly, it's been in the workshop collecting dust. It had 3 different engines because once in a while I just got excited. It's like, oh, fuck it, I put the engine on it, I'm gonna use it for whatever it's gonna be, because I just want the car, because I fell in love with it so many years ago and just want it. And then it never happened. So the recent engine I had, I just put it in. It was very simple. I sold it, and now it's a rolling chassis again. Chassis is very good, but yeah, it needs engine in and actually being used. And I'm not gonna do it, especially with the business how it goes. We're working with these M2s, engine conversions, and I'm back racing on the motorcycles, which is my priority. It's my first passion. I prefer racing bikes than cars. I'm never gonna use this. I have to be, realistic. And it's a shame that a car like this is just sitting here collecting dust because it's just taking space, and that's it. I'm getting attached to this stuff, which is very stupid. And I'm over 45 now. I think it's time to grow up and let it go. So this is purely a for sale advert. And I know, I said it before, I'm gonna sell it, but then secretly I was hoping no one will actually buy it. So I said it once for sale, and then, that's it. I never actually run a proper advert or actually tried to sell it. But this time is different. This time is, I cleaned it, so I'm gonna show you everything. I'm supposed to put it on the RAM, show you everything underneath, but to be honest, underneath is exactly the same as on the top. This car is pretty much brand new build. Only been used handful of times, never seen any rust, never seen any rain. It doesn't have any rust nowhere on the chassis on this car. All the panels are genuine. These are genuine fenders, massaged and obviously reshaped. No fiberglass on this car, nothing. I had a different bonnet. We broke it accidentally in a workshop, and I bought this red one, thinking I have to respray it. But it actually suits the car perfectly because obviously interiors is red, and then this red matches almost perfectly the interior. So it's just great. I love it. It's the best thing ever done, buying this red bonnet. It's a shame, obviously, there's a hole in the bonnet because the turbo was sticking out here and the exhaust was out the bonnet once we have the OM606 in this, but then I sold it, so there you go. All right, so let me tell you quickly what this car is. This is an S14, not S14A, as you see by the lights. The chassis has been completely sandblasted to remove all the excess of weight and everything. Built with fully extended race roll cage, T45, TIG welded. So this is very lightweight. This is not a normal steel. This is very lightweight steel. Again, everything has been built for performance. Extended, you can see extended from here across there. Let me open the bonnet, which I should clean underneath much better. If Steve saw this, you will give me some bollocking, but it's me. You see this across there, tights or the suspension turrets, towers. There is another mount here. You can see the one there and one there, and they are across. They used to be let me hold the bonnet with my head. There used to be a cross that goes from here to there, and then from here, obviously the bottom, across there, because the engine was behind the subframe. This was mid-engine really. Only the first power plug could be removed from here. All the rest was done from inside the car, and yeah, it was a great balance. AST suspensions from the back. These are the fancy ones, three-way, high and low speeds. This is the bollocks. This is the proper stuff, you know. You can see the Driftworks hubs, big brakes. Again, even pads, they've been changed because these are pretty much brand new pads. You know, they've never actually been worn out. This is how fresh this car is. Yes, of course, it's collecting dust, but this stuff is just new. Even the rose joints on the arms, they're just new, never been used. So there you have it. The car was waiting, so with the SR20 and the 6-speed box in the middle, the car was exactly 1 ton, was exactly 1,000 kilograms without the wheels, because I weighted up with the stands under the hubs without the wheels, and it was exactly 250 kilograms each corner, completely square. These are my spare, these additional wheels on the front, but the car is actually sitting on 4 of these square setup, 10.5s by 18s, race gram lights. These are genuine ones, not some cheap crap. And she sits on actually wider tires than these, and these are 275, and I have 295s all around. It was a square setup. The car was working square. Dash all inside is a bigger tunnel for the transmission, as you can see. The dash is very quickly removable, as the front windscreen. I just put a new sponge here, kind of like a seal. Is bolted down with some aluminium bits, 4 of them all around it. So you know, this again was mid-engine, so you can remove the screen, remove the dash all within 1 minute and work on the car on the engine. Brand new seat again. I've been sitting there probably only a few times, and yeah, she's genuine, as you can see, left-hand drive, which doesn't really matter because it's a race car. You know, if you want a right-hand drive, you bring the column on this side with the steering rack, move the pedal box on this side with the seat on this side here, which I lost a bit of pipe for the mount, but it's, you know, very little fabrication to be done, and but that's it. You know, bigger tunnel and everything for the bigger transmission. This is my handbrake. These are 2 race M3 Conrods, M3 engines, 3.2 I think Evos, a V8 1UZ piston, and this handbrake, really you need 1 finger and you lock back wheels. It really is that powerful. Brakes bias, obviously, blah blah. Talking about pistons and pedals, and I'm gonna show you something cool, which is, well, for me it was cool. That's what I've done it. Not for everyone maybe, but there you go. So underneath of this is under your knees. It's not in the way. There's a brake servo, because I like my brakes being very soft. Although it has a big brakes kit, but you know, I run the servo anyway. And there you go. These are my pedals, conrods and pistons, all very functional. Everything works as it should. You know, the extinguisher setup and everything, because, well, race car extinguisher is there, removable steering and all the stuff, roll cage extended, proper. You know, this is proper build. This is not some cheap crap. On the back, you know, extended. You can see here, there. That's there's instrument panels, not instrument, but control panel, which is there. Everything is commanded from there, including the windows. And the windows work. Let me put this here. The windows work because I have the original doors. The doors this car actually was built with upstairs, and I removed them. I still have them. They're only lightweight, only skin. These doors are bolted for the car because I wanted to have the windows to be able to go up and down, because again it was our wedding car, and kind of convenient to close the windows when you go a little bit fast. AST coilovers on the back as well. You can see the reservoir is poking up there, one over there. I have lost the cover for the fuel pump and the sender from there, and so as you can see that bit sticking out, there was a cover there. I removed it and I lost it, and so I lost the cover here. There was another piece of aluminium, which is very simple. It's just a piece of alloy that was, covering that. Very simple to make, but there you go. I don't have it anymore. Can't find it. It's been years. Huge radiator on the back. I made that connection very quick. It needs to be something nicer, but it works. It's a brand new. This is a Supra, big, obviously a bigger radiator. I think it's 3-core or whatever for the big diesel engine we had in, and that's it. It's very simple. It's very well built. Fairly fresh. Not gonna open it because I need 2 hands. I need to hold the phone, and there you go. I don't know what else to say about the car. It's all brand new. On the back as well, you have all the driftwood hoops. There's the reservoir. What's that? There is obviously all arms, brand new, all on the rose joints. Skyline R33 differential. Skyline R33 drive shafts, because as you know the S14 diff and drive shafts, they were not very strong, so we opted for obviously bigger stuff, so no more problems of breaking anything. 666, there is a reason why it's a 666, because well, 6th is the date my father was born. 6th is the day my mom was born, and she gave birth to a child, me, on the 6th. So yeah, 666. Fun enough. I know this is not interesting, nothing to do with the car, but a little explanation. Electrics, everything works. Lights and everything. They've been built from scratch. Actually, the car had a full British MOT. The car is on a Polish number plate because I registered in Poland, never registered in UK. But I had a British MOT. You say, well, how is it possible? You do it on the VIN numbers. Pretty simple. The car actually is Rodrigo. Well, not without the engine, but it is. Now, I really get attached to the cars, but it's time for her to go. This time, I would really put it for sale. I know I said it many times, and then I hope I didn't, but we need space, and it's getting silly keeping this car for so many years just for it to collect the dust, and once in a year I clean it again from the dust, and all the stuff. Hope you're not gonna do something with it, but I won't. I mean, we are so busy with this stuff, and the business is going, good, and I'm working every day almost. Family, kids are growing. I'm racing on the motorcycles. I'm not gonna have a time to race with this. And if you're not gonna race it, then what are you gonna do with it? Just keep it for the sake of it? Nah. It costs me money. It's painful to see. It's just not good. So it had a full flat floor, which it doesn't have anymore. It has the sides in aluminium because this was a prototype. These holes, there's 4 of them around the car. As you can see, there is a tube, which is again T45 steel, very lightweight but very strong. You insert another tube with the rally style or race style jacks, not jacks, sorry. Well, you can use it as a jacket up, but as a stand. So there's a tube inserted there, and from that tube, obviously, there's a triangle to go on the floor, and that's how you keep the car lifted without the risk of drop it or whatever in the pits. So it's big stuff. Yeah, big brakes. Again, everything is new. Even than there's no actual lip. There's no even a 1/10 of a millimeter of a lip on the disc. It's pretty much brand new. Hubs are new, wheels are new, even tires. Bloody hell, even tires haven't been used that much. So the original tires are both so many years ago, they're still there. Obviously they're old now, you probably need to change them. These are just slicks, these are not the ones that have them for the car. But yeah, I need to sell it. So you know, spread the word, please. Let people know this is, could be useful for someone. This car, like I said, never seen any rust, doesn't have any rust. All the panels are genuine from this car. Another set of doors. Someone should use it, put engine in it. You can put any engine. I mean, to be fair, I would like to see this car with the engine put in the middle as it was, because it was absolutely beautiful. It handles so good. I used to build Evos back in the day, and this was way quicker on the track. And is proper weapon, and is only 1,000 kilograms. Like I say, square setup, 250 kilograms each corner, with a 4-cylinder engine in the middle, obviously. But it performed so good. It's a shame I changed it. I should just kept it as it was. But I was young and stupid. I thought I needed a bigger engine, and I didn't. But you can put whatever. You can put VR turbo, VR5, VR6, BMW engines, Super engine, 2JZ, 1JZ, V8. Bloody hell, I had the mid-engine this, so behind this subframe, there was a V8 single turbo setup in this once. And it actually fitted. Fits quite alright, actually. So the chassis has a massive potential. It's freshly built, been years ago, but again, this stuff doesn't go old. It's been protected. The paint has been completely stripped down, sandblasted, and we protected the chassis and the panels from scratch, painted everything from scratch. All of that has been done just to save weight, a few kilograms. But again, when you're doing grip racing, every kilogram, it really matters. Hence, the car was only 1,000 kilograms with the engine and fully functional, So, yeah, and there was a lot of weight to be removed, because, you can put plastic windows, plastic panels, it was all metal. So, yeah, this car could be very much sub 1,000 kilograms quite easily. And, yeah, it's very good. It's time attack spec really for someone if he wants to. I know the technology went forward, but this stuff is still valid. The more I talk about it, the less I want to sell it. But it's a big car, and it's taking so much space. I have a screen, obviously. This is brand new screen which we bought. I'm just cleaning off the stickers, removing from this, put it on. Again, it's just bolted on, so it's easy removable. Same for the back screen, which still has my first generation stickers, which were made, obviously red specifically for this car, but again is removable, so it's easy to work on the car, whatever you need to do. And I think this is it. There's probably a lot of things I'm forgetting about it, but yeah, it's a really nice car and done proper. This is good spec, and I'm hoping it will go in a good hands, because this car really needs to be appreciated. I'm not gonna ask loads of money for it. I'm not stupid. There's people now for S chassis, asking silly money like for the Skylines. This is just normal price. I think it's probably gonna be about 10 grand, I guess. Which is definitely worth it. Probably even more, but it is what it is. Well, help me spread the word. This thing is for sale now. I should really keep it, just bring it outside the wall so I can show you better from the outside, because I don't have much space to show everything properly. But it is what it is. She is for sale. Need space. Alright. See you soon.